I would like to show you a movement that it will be very, very helpful for you to be able to practice all these next movements that we're learning, like the side-to-side rolling and the next movement, which is called asymmetrical coordination, and so on, because it will help you to be able to lift the head and the three upper centers through the spine, through the floor, and it's very, very, very helpful. You already have done it. You have already learned it. You have learned it in the first section when you go from foundation and you raise through the centers to central crown, and then from central crown we asymmetrically came through the diamond to moving heart, and then we went out again. So the same thing occurs here, but since we are on the floor and we are horizontal, we can move both arms completely through the diamond to foundation, through the delicate heart, and to central crown. Central crown as a connection is extraordinary because the placement of the diamond, the energetic diamond, suspending the shoulder girdle, mirroring in the shoulder girdle the release of the spine, imply that the top of the head is ready to move with your hands. Actually, the movements of your hand moves the head. So once you begin to find displacement on the floor, it will be no effort because you're moving through the energetic extension of the head, and you don't have to lift the head from the neck, because without the connection of the skeleton, you will have to lift the head from the neck, and that's a lot of effort because you are using weight to move instead of using direction and energy. So it's very easy. I'll show you how it is. And it's important that I tell you that this movement is not in the form. It's a movement that we created to assist, to facilitate the motion of the head and the motions of the three upper centers, and especially the cervical and the thoracic and the rib cage. And we added as a suspension movement to practice in order then for the movements to be able to become very easy, because through the connections of the actual connections of the movement, the head is moving with the whole of your body. You don't have to lift it or move it. Yeah? So we'll start then in the floor. And this is a wonderful, wonderful practice. And in the beginning, if you want to, you can put a little pillow again, because you're just learning to do that. But if not, just like find the connection, and then if you start in neutral, you gather the energy, which you already are, because neutral is the energy. You lift through the center, and you find central crown, which is right here. And then when you find central crown as a crisscross in the diamond, lift the head. You see right there? And then down here in the pelvis, you extend through all the centers, you find the crown, central crown. That's the reason it's called central crown, because it's the center of your head and the crown, right there. So you will notice that you lift the head through the center top of the head, right there. Beautiful. And the movement of your arms are moving you, lifting your head. Wonderful. And then after you do maybe 3 or 4 of them, and you complete the last one, and you arrive in central crown, lift the head on the floor there, and encircling the diamond. As you encircle the diamond, arrive again to neutral, and here you are. So then, when you get to the moment that you start doing all this, the side-to-side rolling, your head will come very, very easily as well from the floor. Yeah, wonderful. Also, what it will be very helpful is to telling you as information that once you begin to find the moon and the sun and the floor and horizon and infinity and suspended diamond and even neutral, you can begin to see that those specific placements of balance, suspended balance, is the engagement of your head. So I would like to go to the floor and do the moon and show you how the center, the definition of the moon is actually almost the lifting of the head and so on. So it will help you, because then you understand that the connection itself is the suspended movement of the head. And as you begin to find it in the internal relationship of your being, your head will become very, very light, because the interrelationship of the tensional forces, the metrics, is actually the connection to your head. And once you find the connection to your head, the head doesn't weigh anything, because I am my head, you are your head. So it means, to your surprise, that you have zero weight in your mind, which is fantastic. Okay, so we're going to the floor. Again, I want to show you the moon a little bit and how to practice that. If you go to the moon and you take 4 counts, 2, 3, and then once you define the moon and you find that you have the sphere, notice that in the third fingers and in the tip of your fingers of your hand is the head. Exactly. So if it's heavy right now, just notice it and then put energy in your arms and let the energy of right and left in your arms and the extension of your being to be actually the point of extension. So as I said, in the moon is perfect, and the sun is also wonderful because imply that you're not pressing down with your head in the sun, but actually you are completely at the center of the skull in your head. Now, horizon is a fantastic place too. Horizon, the extension of horizon, we say it's the centralization of your third eye, but also horizon, if you were to extend 1 millimeter more your arms, you will be lifting your head out of the floor. So it's good for you to sense that practice. Then suspend the diamond is also the same. Suspend the diamond, and the degree that you begin to sense the three-dimensional nature of it, that is already the lifting of your head. So eventually, even neutral, it will become not a horizontal placement, but also a clear vertical placement, which means that in neutral, your head is also ready to move. Now, this, in reality, is a process a little bit, because it's all relative to the connections of the internal forces within your body. It's the directions of your skeleton inside of you that eventually suspends the head. And in the beginning, as you practice, you may think, oh, it's very heavy. How am I going to get to be weightless? But if you practice the connections and you practice the circle of life, you will be able to see that your head becomes lighter and lighter. And as your head becomes lighter and lighter, you will begin to see also that you can think and you can perceive without holding. That you're just releasing into the perception and the awareness, and the perception and awareness is lightness.